Mo Evans, re dumela mo go goleng mmogo. Re tsaya ditoro tsa gago, re di dira maikarabelo a rona. Ke sone se re ikemiseditseng go fa barui ba dikoko, dikokwana le dijo tsa boleng jo bo kwa godimo, e le barui ba bobotlana kgotsa ba bagolwane, gore ba kgone go fepa setšhaba ka nama ya tlhwatlhwa e e nang le dikotla. Ka gore fa o gola, le rona re a gola. Dikgwebo tse di nonofileng le malapa a nonofileng. Re gola mmogo jaaka mono wa Evans. Evans, re fa go gola mmogo. Farmer's Voice is proudly brought to you by Evans.
Go ya ka dipatlisiso, temo ya morogo e ne e eme go 77,000 tons ka ngwaga wa 2021. Se se supa kgolo ya 4.42% go tsweng go ngwageng wa 2020. Morogo wa lettuce ke morogo o motlhofo go lengwa, mme ebile o ka rojwa mo nakong ya dibeke di le 4 fela. Ka ngwaga wa 2019, lefatshe la Botswana le rekisitse morogo wa lettuce wa bokete ya 16,000 tons. Dipalopalo di supa fa go nnile le kwelotlase ya 50% magareng ga dingwaga tsa 2017 le 2019. Mo bekeng eno, re na le Rre Rabasha yo e leng molemi wa morogo wa lettuce kwa Tlokweng a tlhalosa ka temo le thekiso ya morogo. Re na gape le Rre Sejabuliso sa Mopindi yo e leng moitseanape wa tsa temo ko komponeng ya dipeo ya Silco.
I was working somewhere, and I felt I got to have something to do after my work. And farming is something that, I've done while I was still young. And I felt, no, I must go back to do the farming. And that's how I came up here. So, getting back into farming, well, I was doing dry farming as a young man, okay. But coming back into the horticultural part, I felt this is going to be better and profitable one, money. So that's how, I came up to do the horticultural thing. It isn't anything easy, I would say. It's quite complex. It's a lot of complications in it. But you have to love it to make everything right. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm having time for it. I'm always here, most of the time.
Bontsi ja balemi ke batho ba ba lemang dijalo ba lemile le tlhoko bo motlhofo ja sejalo le letseno le le tswang mo temong. Wena o lemilimi o gwetlilwe ke eng go simolola temo ya lettuce?
The story is very fun and nice. At first I had some German guy who was doing some flowers, shrubs, so and then one of the days I visited him. Visiting him, I said, yeah, see, I want to do something like this. I was very much interested in doing cuttings of flowers and then all this thing, it interested me a lot. And then this fella said, yeah, go and do the spinach. Yes, myself, is he serious? Go and do the spinach. No, man, I want flowers and this thing. I didn't know much about, what is going. And the idea behind go and do the spinach was to learn more about the response for the spinach in different seasons, you get what I mean? And that's exactly what and fortunately or unfortunately, this plot was just a small piece and I wanted an extension. So I went to learn about, guys, I need an extension here. It was quite clean, fenced, and then they came in and said, no, Mr. Rabasha, we cannot just give you an extension on a plain bed like this, plant up something and be full, then we can listen to you. So the first thing that I thought of, which is going to be very fast, was spinach. So I had to plant spinach, the whole garden, get the spinach, came out very nicely. And then came up to say, yeah, then what do I do with the spinach? Because everybody is on the street selling bunches of spinach. Am I going to do that as well? I said, no, can't do that. But I said, no, okay, let me change. Let me do something else. Shred it up, package it up nicely, label it up, and see if it can make a difference. And it did, actually. I chose to do my seedlings because as you deal with the shops, you want to be sure to give them, other lettuce, cabbage at the right time. So I've got my own way of synchronizing up, my seedlings to make them that by the 27th, when you get your cash, there will be lettuce on the shelf. You got it? Yes. Yeah. So that's the advantage of having this, it's one, in Saukaro, you have somebody who does you seedlings. And my seedlings get the humidity easier. And that's why they are able to sustain up the heat. Come in the morning, you see the whole area wet, totally wet. And that's the idea behind. And they do good. I've got a good timing that, before the roots goes down, they're gone. They're gone to the scene. That's why I'm having those placards planted by, estimated time of, we're making, I wouldn't say it much. Every week we have to plant, the seedlings. Just to make sure that, every week we'll be able to harvest. At the end, that's how it goes. So as you see it over here, this is actually the one that we're harvesting. And there will be the other one which is going to be following. That other one as well is going to be following. So that's how we do our sequence to make sure that, our customer is always happy.
Morogo wa lettuce o na le mefuta e farologaneng. Wena o le molemi, o lema lettuce ya mohuta mang le gone gore no go tloa keng go lema one mohuta o.
I've been, for the past of the rest of the years, I've been using the dual purpose. But of recent, I've met the Seedco. They found me struggling, especially during this hot summer times. And they brought me some seeds for a trial that if they can work, in this weather. And that's Aviram. That's the one that you see, of which I think now it's coping up. Remember the past five days, it's been so hot. But look at it now. It's still. I'm looking forward to move on with it to see how far we can go in winter time, and then if it will definitely do. I think it's proving now in the summertime. It's that is withstanding up the heat. So our country has got that desert being of the temperatures, extreme high temperatures, and lettuce is very sensitive when it comes to the temperatures. Everything they change suddenly. That's right. But at least this has showed me a good difference.
Agrizo, taking farming to the next level. Do you want to make the most out of your land? Agrizo offers you an opportunity to do exactly just that, addressing your farming needs by bringing quality hybrid seeds for maximum yield. Our seeds are specifically breeded for Botswana with the highest advanced technology. For more information, contact us at 311-2954 or visit us at plot 77298, Unit 8, Pagalan Industrial. Agrizo seeds, quality hybrid seeds you can trust.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, making seedlings over that side, coming to plant it over that side, they vary according to the seasons. Winter time, longer time, and summertime, shorter time, except when it's extremely hot. It takes about 50 days, I'll say, between 50 and 60 days. But I do this because I don't want to lose anything on it. The 45th day, I start harvesting it. Because normally lettuce will definitely take about 2 weeks and it loses the taste. So the earlier I go into it, I'll manage to finish up my produce for that time than waiting until the 50th day. So that's exactly how I do it. Normally there is quite a big difference in between inside the shade and outside the shade. In winter time, lettuce do good outside, and come summertime, does better inside the shade, because this is about 40% thing. So it reduces up the heat, and you'll see it coming up a little bit more nicer than the outside one. And this varies again as how you water them. Lettuce need a lot of water most of the time. A lot of water got to be there. And the earlier the better you do it. So most of the time, 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm here doing the watering.
Temo ka bo yone ke tiro e bokete, mme ebile e tlhoka gore molemi a ba na la maitsanape a sa se dirang. E se re gongwe a berekele lefela. A mme la atelela le tsebo maitsanape ba temo ya morogo wa lettuce go tla go le thusa ka temo e e tshwanetseng ya se.
Not that much, but I'm having those people by Sidco, they come here, promote the seeds, promote of them. They give a helping hand, because whenever we're together, we discuss up, what exactly do you need for lettuce to become exactly like I want. So those are the contributions that I have mostly. And the other thing is, if you have your concentration on what you are doing, I think every day you will learn something out of your crop. Either you give it a lot of water or less water, you will see it. You have the chance to see that, I'm not doing the right thing. So that's exactly basically what I'm using to make sure that, I have the right quality that is needed.
Kgwetlho e tona e balemi ba morogo wa lettuce ba kopanang le yone ke malwetse le dihe. Ditshenyegelo tse di bakwang ke malwetse le dihe ke tse di ngomolang pelo. Sejalo sengwe le sengwe se na le malwetse a se tshabellang, re lebile paka le lehelo. Malwetse a lona la itemogelang ke afe le gone gore la thibela jang?
Growing lettuce can be difficult as it can be very easy. Anything, any farm, it doesn't matter, either maize or, as long as you have your farm clean, you will not have pests. It got to be spotlessly clean. Pests are very scared of the cleanliness. And I'm not promoting much of, pesticide things and all of this. I'm more of organic most of the time. So I try all those things that can help me in making sure that, I don't put fertilizers, pesticide and all of this. But there are some pesticides that are used especially for driving up. But I believe, it got to be spotlessly clean, then you'll have no pests.
Ene ya re ka ngwaga wa 2021, goromente wa lefatshe leno a tsaya tshwetso ya go tswala melolwane go iletsa mesepele ya ditswa temong go tsena ka lefatshe leno. A mme ke so sengwe se e leng gore sa le berekela le balemi ba lefatshe leno?
Yes, it does. Actually, we got to understand who we are. It's very important. It's a good initiative. Like I'm saying, now we're studying up. It's my time to study up. Of the Botswana, how much lettuce do they consume, let me say even per week, and produce it here? We can do that. We got associations, we got those. So it's a matter of, getting that connection with the Minister of Agriculture to make a study over this, and then we make sure that we hammer it hard. We can. Everything is possible. We're not a big population anyway. So these are the possibilities that, we stand a chance to have, our homemade, produce. After cleaning, we come inside here and then go into the different places. There will be spinach over that side. There will be lettuce down over that side. If butternut or whatever, they go to the systematic place of packaging. So you want to see inside here. We're doing our spinach, shredding it up, packaging it up, and going to be sealed. After sealing, it's taken to the cold room, like I said. So you'll see the end product. Normally you'll see all those, stickers around here. These are to guide us into making sure that, whatever sticker got to be put, it's put at the right place. It got to be uniform all the time. So the sticker secondary, that should be uniform. And you see that was and the scanner over there. And then if you have put the price here, I think you'll see that one of the price over there. So like I'm saying, everything is completely done here. Even up to the pricing, the sell by date. We actually control up, when it got to be sold. Any day after that, it's taken out. So what we do is, the system that we have with the shops is studying up how long, how much take up, for the lettuce, for spinach, for all those things. So if one shop, we say, consumes about 300 in 2 days, we prefer giving them 310 or 300 to make sure that, with a certain date finished, they're all gone out, and then we have the fresh stuff going to there.
Ha moragonyana hale o tlhalositse gore lettuce ke morogo o senyegang ka bonako. Le netefatsa jang gore thobo ya lona e goroga ko bajing e le mo seemong se se kgatlhang.
Normally, being a farmer, you'll always be worried about your product in the shelf or at the shop. So the best moves that you got to make is seeing what is necessary. I'm doing the cold chain system where I have, we'll get inside the pack house where my lettuce is harvested very early in the morning, packaged, put inside the cold room, and the temperature has got to be 0 to 5 degrees. From the cold chain, get into the refrigerated truck, the same temperatures to the shop. There, I'm definitely sure if I'm telling somebody that, I've labeled my lettuce to be 3 days, it's going to be 3 days in the shelf because of this cold chain. Differently from if I'll take it, with an open van and then take it there. The sun is just too hot. Within a day, I'm telling you, it will not be looking nice in the shelf, at the shop, regardless of they got the refrigeration of them. So that's the most important part that, the cold chain must be followed up.
Every farmer has a choice, every farmer makes a decision, and every farmer can be the change. Change to a brand that understands your farming needs. Our YTOB Hero tractors and farm implements are assembled locally. Yes, you heard me. Right here in Botswana. Visit our website at www.aa.co.bw. You can also visit our shop at G West Industrial Plot 22120 Gaborone. #Temokiarona.
Not that much, but I'm having those people by Sidco, they come here, promote the seeds, they give a helping hand, because whenever we're together, we discuss up, what exactly do you need for lettuce to become exactly like I want. So those are the contributions that I have mostly. And the other thing is, if you have your concentration on what you are doing, I think every day you will learn something out of your crop. Either you give it a lot of water or less water, you'll see it. You have the chance to see that, I'm not doing the right thing. So that's exactly basically what I'm using to make sure that, I have the right quality that is needed.
Dumelang Bahetsu. My name is Sjabuliso Sampindi. I'm an agronomist at Sidco, in charge of the vegetable portfolio. Sidco, we say it starts with the right seed. Just like we are advising the farmers which seed, which variety to grow at which particular time. And when you do that, you earn a bumper harvest.
Mehuta e farologaneng ya morogo wa lettuce e tsenya tlatso mo dijong ka go farologana. Ke mohuta ofe wa morogo o tumileng thata mo lefatsheng la Botswana?
There are basically 4 different types of lettuce grown in Botswana. The first one is the iceberg or the head forming type of lettuce. And then you have the loose leaf lettuce, you have the romaine or coarse lettuce, and the butterhead lettuce. The one that is most popular is the crisp head or the iceberg lettuce, the one that forms a head like a cabbage, which is the type that you see here at Three Trees Garden. Is the one that is consumed mainly in Botswana. All the other types are also consumed, but the iceberg lettuce is the one that is consumed the most. So basically, in terms of the varieties that you saw here on the farm, we help the farmer choose the best variety for the time slot. Lettuce typically is a winter crop or a cool season crop, germinating very well at temperatures of 15 to 20 degrees Celsius and growing well at 15 to 25 degrees Celsius. But the current temperature conditions you see are 30 and over. So basically what we do is we come in and get a variety that can fit that time slot with a heat tolerance that can actually tolerate the adverse conditions that he has currently. So that's the way we assist our farmers with their variety selection.
Sejalo sengwe le sengwe se na le malwetse a se tshabellang re lebile paka le lehelo. Malwetse a morogo wa lettuce ke afe le gone gore molemi o ka thibela jang?
The main diseases that affect your lettuce would be your powdery mildews or the fungal diseases. Because it needs a lot of water and it needs to be watered regularly, it means the area around the lettuce plant is moist, so you're probably going to get fungal diseases. And there are pesticides or fungicides that you can use to control those diseases. On the pest side, you get aphids and leaf miners. So again, you can use pesticides to control those diseases. Now, as our farmer alluded to earlier, the healthier your plant is, the less susceptible it's going to be to diseases and pests. So basically, if you want to use less pesticides, less chemicals in your field, make sure that you clean your field and keep your crop healthy. It will be less susceptible to diseases. Yeah. So basically the advantage, you can plant your lettuce in the open field or you can plant it under a shade net or under protection. The advantage of putting it in a shade net is that the temperature conditions are constant in your shade net, or they are lowered. When the temperatures go high in the open, in the shade net the temperatures are much lower. Now we did say our lettuce is mostly a cold season crop. So basically when your temperatures go above 30, typically what happens with your lettuce is it bolts or it goes to seed. So that's what you want to avoid. The shade net brings the temperatures down so that your lettuce is growing in constant conditions. Outside, temperatures may fluctuate. It gets hit by the high temperatures of the day, low temperatures of the evening, but in the shade net it's more or less constant, so the growth is better under protection than in the open field. Okay, I think they can avoid placing their seedling trays on the ground because your seedlings are now prone to insects like termites, ants, and also the roots grow out of the seedling tray into the ground. And when you're transplanting now, you damage the small delicate roots before transplant. Your lettuce takes a bit of energy to try and repair itself, and it's not really the yield or the type of crop that you would have wanted to end up with.
Thuto kana kgakololo e o ka e fang banana ba ba batlang go tsena mo temong ya mohuta ke efe?
You know, you shouldn't look for money as the first thing to go. Look for the knowledge of doing the good thing. Money will come later. I'm still not getting any salary out of this, but I'm aiming to see my produce satisfying Botswana and going outside Botswana. That's my main aim. So anybody who want to go into it, be courageous, be smart.
Ine go tshwaretse go lekalo thulaganyo ya Farmers Voice mo redi wetso. Salansente re ta kopana mo nakong e latela.